Crap, I think, I'm shaking. I think I'm just gonna cover it up and see if I can come back later. That thing there is really intriguing, and I'm gonna search around to see what this thing is, because I can't.
Some rooms are locked and sealed off from the public because something terrible happened in there, or there are unforgiving ghosts that haunt the place, and you for sure wouldn't want to open it. Whatever the reason, we should be smart enough to leave these mysterious locked doors sealed shut. Well, how's it going, YouTube? I'm your host for this one, Landon Do Not Sing, and welcome back to another most amazing top 10 video. If you guys missed part 1, what the heck were you thinking? Make sure you guys click right over here, make sure you get caught up, also put the link in the description down below. And also in the description, be sure to tell us what kind of video, what video would you like us to make next. Alright, let's get right into this list. This is the top 10 mysterious locked doors that should never be opened, part 2. Let's get this list started in at number 10 with Houska Castle Pit. In the Czech Republic, there's a place known as the Chapel of the Houska Castle, and this is definitely a place you never want to visit. This building was constructed over a bottomless pit that is known as a gateway to hell. And I'm just so confused by the architect who decided to build a castle on a bottomless pit. It doesn't sound like, the safest option. Anyways, the castle was built without running water, a kitchen, and it's not near any main road. Legends has it that when construction began, death row inmates were offered a pardon if they signed a consent form to be lowered by rope into the hole. They were supposed to report what they saw down there. Well, when the first person was lowered, he began to scream his head off and he was immediately pulled back up to the surface. But it looked like he aged about 30 years because he had a ton of wrinkles and his hair turned white. And now this castle is bolted off and locked so that no one can go inside. Not that you would really want to anyways. The Capuchin Crypt climbs onto this list at number 9. Located inside of the Capuchin Museum in Italy, there's a locked crypt, but people can go inside and take a look around. Inside of the crypt, there are bones and human remains from 4,000 dead Capuchin monks, and the bones are arranged in a strange but decorative way. There are a total of 6 rooms that are full of human bones, and some of the skeletons even have a rotting flesh on them. This might be the creepiest and the most morbid thing that I've ever seen. I think this door should be locked away forever, and we should never talk about this place. So, you know what? Let's move on and stop talking about it. Moving up on this list at number 8, we're talking about the Unnumbered Room in the Congress Plaza Hotel. It's located in Chicago, Illinois. There's a hotel that is full of mysteries. There are a ton of rooms that have been blocked off to the public because bad things happen in there. One of the biggest mysteries is an unnumbered room on the 12th floor. Rumors say that this room is so haunted and terrifying that it had to be completely sealed off. Staff members refuse to talk about this room, and no one really knows what goes on behind these sealed doors. All we know for certain is that we are a lot safer for not entering this room and for keeping it locked. Mysterious Cave comes in at number 7. This place is known as Dungeon Rock, which is located in the Linwoods in Massachusetts. So this story begins back in the 1600s when a pirate hid in this cave with his treasure. He lived there for a long time until a devastating earthquake caused boulders to fall and block the opening of the cave. So fast forward to today, the cave now has an iron door that mysteriously opens for a few hours during the day. The cave is very dark, wet, and cold. If you're brave enough, you can take the thin wooden steps that lead to the floor of the cave where you can go exploring. But be warned, this cave is reported to be extremely haunted by the trapped spirit of the pirate. There are rumors that can hear him screaming and you can hear him trying to dig himself out. Some people have even said that they've seen a phantom dressed in a red robe that will stalk you until you leave the cave. So you better leave them alone. Digging deep into this list at number 6, we have the Paris Catacombs. Technically these doors are unlocked during the day, so visitors and tourists can explore the catacombs, but I'm gonna suggest that we weld these doors shut. Why? Well, this mysterious place is a 200-mile network of old caves, tunnels, and pits that are full of skulls and bones from the dead. A lot of the catacombs are blocked up from the public, and it's actually illegal to explore these caves unsupervised. but there are a lot of adventure seekers who use hidden entrances located all around the city. However, there are a bunch of unlucky souls who decided to explore the caves on their own, but they ended up getting lost and dying down there. And because there are millions of tunnels, they will probably never be found. They're gonna become one of the skulls down there. Edinburgh vaults drop onto this list at number 5. These are a series of chamber arches that used to be the home of local taverns, cobblers, and shops, but they also have a dark side. The vaults were also known as a den full of thieves, murderers, and other nasty people. For these reasons, the vaults were one of the most dangerous parts in the city. Even to this day, ghosts and criminals are still lurking in this underground city. People who have snuck into the vaults have felt the presence grab them and pull them into other rooms, while others say that you get a really strange feeling once you go down the stairs. One of the most infamous ghosts in the vault is known to throw rocks at you, and he's gonna follow you around the tunnel until you leave. Number 4 takes us to the Cecil Hotel. This creepy hotel is located in downtown LA off the Skid Row, which makes it even more scarier. This building has a dark history of murders, suicides, and unexplained deaths. Do you guys know who Elsa Lam is? Well, she is a woman who mysteriously vanished somewhere in this hotel. When the police did their investigation, they came across this surveillance footage. Take a look at this. Nearly 3 weeks after she vanished, her body was found inside one of these water tanks on top of the hotel. There were a ton of theories about how she died. Some think that she died from a paranormal elevator game, and others believe that the cursed hotel possessed her. So ever since, people have been complaining that this hotel is possessed or cursed, and if anyone stays there, something bad will happen to them. Diving into number 3, we have an underwater ghost town inside of Banff National Park in Alberta, Canada. There is a lake that has a secret beneath its surface. There is a scary underwater ghost town with a lot of mysterious doors. If you're brave enough, I'm not brave enough, you can actually put on a scuba gear and go exploring. But I have to warn you, a lot of unexplained occurrences have happened there. Some divers reported that as soon as they opened one door, their oxygen ran out. Another diver's face mask cracked, and someone's breathing piece just broke off. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty happy with not seeing this underwater ghost town. I'll just Google search it and try to look for images. A gallery storage room breaks into this list at number 2. This is a painting called The Hands Resist Him. It's probably the creepiest and scariest painting that you're ever going to see, but it's also known as one of the most haunted paintings of our time. It was painted by an artist named Bill Stoneham, and he created it as a way to express his feelings about being adopted. The painting was purchased back in 1974 from an art gallery, but the family who bought it had no idea what was in store for them. Within a matter of years, the owner of the art gallery, the person who bought the painting, and the art critic who wrote about the painting just mysteriously died. The creepy painting resurfaced on eBay, and for some reason, it was sold again. The new owner said that the figures in the artwork came to life at night. Some people who looked at the painting blacked out immediately, and they suffered from a physical illness shortly after. For those reasons, the painting has been picked up by another art gallery, and it's locked away in their storage space. And don't worry, they don't have any intentions of going into that room or displaying that evil painting. Chernobyl makes it into number 1. Inside of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, under reactor room 217, there is something called the elephant's foot. This is an extremely radioactive mass of corium that was created during the Chernobyl disaster in 1986. The elephant's foot is still melting into the base of the building, and if it hits the ground, it could trigger another explosion or leak radioactive material into the nearby water that people drink. This is what happens if you step foot into this room. After 30 seconds of exposure, you'll feel extreme dizziness and tiredness that's going to last you for a week. 2 minutes exposure and your cells will soon begin to hemorrhage. 4 minutes, you will have uncontrollable vomiting, diarrhea, and fever. And if you manage to last 300 seconds, you will have 2 days to live. For those reasons, this place has been sealed shut, but it is still being closely monitored. Well, there you guys have it. You made it to the end of this video. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next most amazing top 10 video.